Hello, I'm Jeannette Koczela, founder and president of the International Association of Professional Life Coaches. And I want to welcome you to this training. In fact, I'm really excited to be sharing this with you. How would you like to learn how to get all of your clients from LinkedIn? See, LinkedIn is already recognized as the largest business network online. It's not trying to be a business network like Facebook, it already is one. And so the people on LinkedIn are already oriented towards business. They're looking for solutions, they are willing to pay for them, and they are searching for you and what you have to offer that will solve their problems. So I encourage you to go through the entire training. It's not very long, but I think it will really open your eyes to the possibilities of what you can do on LinkedIn, and I'll give you some strategies that you can use right away. So let's get started. Welcome everyone. This is Jeannette Koczela, and you're here for the webinar, How to Attract All the Leads You Need on LinkedIn in Only 15 Minutes a Day. And I'm excited to share this training with you today. Who wants to have more ideal clients for your coaching business? And how would you like to be able to get those clients in only 15 minutes a day? Does that sound like something you'd like to have? Great. Well, I'm the founder and president of the International Association of Professional Life Coaches and the author of 3 books. And I want to share with you how I was able to grow my association to over 2,000 members, as well as an online community of over 16,000 members. See, I believe that you can stop doing about 90% of the marketing that you're doing because it's a waste of time. And instead, I'm going to show you how you can save time and money by marketing on LinkedIn. So how would you like to get a steady stream of clients from one source in just 15 minutes a day? Does that sound like something interesting for you? Well, if it is, yeah. Then I want you to turn off your phone, limit distractions, and be present with me, because what I'm going to share with you is really important and you'll want to take notes. I've spent a lot of time putting this presentation together to give you maximum value, and so I'd like to have your undivided attention for the next 30-35 minutes or so. And at the end of this webinar, I have a special attendance gift for all of you who are still on the call, which is my Linked Income Blueprint cheat sheet for getting clients on LinkedIn. So why LinkedIn? Well, not only is LinkedIn the biggest online business network where many people now do business, but also in a study done on HubSpot of over 5,000 businesses in 2012, it was found that LinkedIn traffic generated the highest visitor to lead conversion rate. And that was 274% better than Facebook and Twitter combined. So that means that LinkedIn generated the best high-quality leads of any social media network. Now, I believe that you can find enough high-quality leads on LinkedIn to give you an endless supply of clients. And I'm here today to talk to you about how you can do this. Now, in the course of running my association, I talk to a lot of coaches. And when I ask them what their #1 challenge is, they invariably say, not enough clients, or I don't know where to find clients. So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a prospect that was not an ideal client, but you took them anyway because you needed the money? And it probably wasn't a very enjoyable experience either, right? Yeah, I know, I've done it too. But the real problem was not that you needed clients, but that you didn't have enough leads to choose from. So the real solution to not enough clients is to have enough leads that are ideal. Then you're going to get ideal clients. So the challenge is finding a place where there's a steady stream of leads that you can turn into those ideal clients. So this is for you if you love what you do, but you're not getting enough clients and you don't know how to get them on a consistent basis. Or if you tried all sorts of marketing strategies and nothing has really worked and you still don't have enough clients. Or you're experiencing social media overwhelm and you'd like a faster and easier way to get clients. So today on this webinar, you're going to discover how getting leads on LinkedIn can catapult your business to the next level so you can create an ongoing source of clients for your business. The 6 common mistakes that most LinkedIn users make that you'll want to avoid, and the 6 components for a successful LinkedIn lead strategy that will attract more clients in the next 60 days. And how to get leads on LinkedIn who will actually want to talk to you and are much more likely to turn into clients in just 15 minutes a day. But first, I'd like to tell you how I ended up using LinkedIn as my primary source of leads and clients. I started out the same way every new coach usually starts out. I needed to find clients so I could keep the business going. I found out about social media networks early on and started trying to figure out how to use them. That led to signing up for every free teleclass, webinar, and course on how to use social media to market my coaching business. And it seemed like I was a student who would never graduate. I took a class on making Facebook ads and spent about $100 to get a handful of likes. Twitter was easy to use, but I wasn't getting any business from it. Pinterest looked cool, but I couldn't figure out how to use it for marketing. My early videos were taking way too much time trying to memorize my speech, then getting the right setting, fussing with the lighting. And LinkedIn seemed so formal and businesslike with everyone's page looking like a resume. In fact, I spent way too much time with all of this social media marketing and not enough time actually talking to people. And that meant not enough clients. I had been an entrepreneur my whole life, but marketing on the internet was a whole different ballgame, and everything kept changing. Every day I was frustrated and annoyed with myself for not being able to make my business work. Can anyone relate to that? Well, yes, okay. I kept coming back to LinkedIn. It was there that I felt most comfortable connecting with people, and it started with other coaches. The more I interacted with them, the more I wanted to help them. And I began looking for more information that would help coaches get their businesses up and running into profit. So I started my own LinkedIn group for coaches so that I could share that information with those coaches. And then I also started building my association business at that time from the members of that LinkedIn group. And it was almost by accident that I made a breakthrough for my business. I started noticing that about 80% of my website traffic was coming from just one source, LinkedIn. And I thought to myself, why don't I just focus on one platform and simplify my marketing? So that's what I did. I continued to build my own community on LinkedIn, and I marketed to them alone. That freed up a large amount of my time, so I was now able to develop more products and spend more time engaging with people online, and I had more time for coaching, and my business became more sustainable. And now, 7 years later, my LinkedIn group has grown to over 16,000 members. They're all my target market. They all came to me. They all appreciate my tips, content, and information that I share with them. And I get just about all of my business from that one LinkedIn group. And this is something that you can also do. Now, because people started asking me for guidance on how I did this, I created a program that teaches coaches how to use LinkedIn to generate leads in only much less time than it took me. And consequently, my clients have gotten more visibility and better leads and more ideal clients from using this process. And today, I'm thrilled to have a business where I can just share with other entrepreneurs and especially life coaches what I know so that they can have a sustainable business too. So my message to you today is that LinkedIn is an underused free resource that you can use to become more visible so you can have an endless supply of leads, never have to worry about getting clients again, have an easy marketing system, and focus all your energy in one place, if you know what to do and how to do it. Now, maybe you're not using LinkedIn, or maybe you're not sure why you should, but remember this statistic from HubSpot study where LinkedIn got 274% better visitor to lead conversion than Facebook and Twitter combined. This fact in itself should be enough to convince you that you should be on LinkedIn to find business. In fact, you can't afford not to be found on LinkedIn. Okay, I hope I've convinced you as to the power of LinkedIn, and now I'm going to share with you the 6 biggest mistakes that LinkedIn users make and how to overcome them. And then I'll show you my formula for how you can start generating leads on LinkedIn in just 15 minutes a day. And then at the end, I'll tell you how you can find out more about using LinkedIn to get more leads and a little bit about my program. But there's nothing for sale on this webinar, just content for you to absorb. So the first mistake that LinkedIn users make is not having a properly filled out profile page. You see, LinkedIn has its own search engine, just like Google, but most people don't realize the importance of setting up your profile in the right way. The LinkedIn site is so powerful that when someone Googles you, your LinkedIn profile will usually come up on the first page, and sometimes even before your own website. So it's important to have a good first impression on your LinkedIn profile page. Now, LinkedIn has just changed all of its formatting, and so if you haven't been on there in a while, you may have trouble finding where things are. So this presentation is going to catch you up or remind you, as the case may be, of where to find things. So there, you can get to your profile page in 2 ways. One way is if you're on your home page and you go up to the left and just click on your picture that's in a circle. And the second way is to go up to the top right where you again see your picture in a circle and it says me, and you pull down that menu and there's a slide that says, a statement that says view profile. You click on that and that'll take you to your profile page. And then once you're on your profile page, you click on this pencil icon in the top right corner of the white space, and that's how you will edit your page. This is for the top section, which includes your name, title, and summary. And then when you scroll down to the other sections, you'll see more pencils that you can click on to edit each section. Your LinkedIn profile page acts just like a business card, only with much more room for information. And knowing what to include in your profile page can quickly turn LinkedIn into your most important client-attracting lead magnet. And in the different sections of the profile page, you want to use keywords that are going to attract your ideal clients. Now, in my program, I have an entire lesson on finding the right keywords. But for now, I want to get you started by just giving you a tip about your photo. One of the biggest deal-killing mistakes people make is not having a good photo on LinkedIn. After all, it is a social media site, and so you want to have a clear, professional-looking photo that shows your smiling face, like these 2 clients of mine. And that's the first place where you're going to establish a connection with potential subscribers and clients. Now let's take a look at some mistakes people make and what you want to avoid. So first of all, this is what it looks like if you don't have a photo. Just going to be an icon there. And as you can see, there's not much to connect with here. Second thing is people put a logo on. And do you really want to do business with a logo, or do you want to do business with a person? Most people would say people. And so you don't want to use a logo. But you do want to have your face. And here's some examples of people that just don't have the right kind of photo that shows their smiling face. The top guy, it's mostly his suit that you see. In fact, his head is partly cut off. Same with the lady crossing her arms. You don't really see her. She's got a sign next to her. The bottom left one has all these people in it. It's like, which one is the person? And the one on the bottom right is backlit, so the lighting is wrong. You can't see her face. She's all in shadow. So you don't want to do that. You just want to have a good photo. And that's really the first step in using this profile page as the primary source for looking for clients. Now, after applying the profile enhancing techniques that I teach my clients, I went from being in the top 14% ranking to the top 4% ranking in LinkedIn. So that's how I could tell that it worked. And in my course, I get into much more detail, giving you an actual template for using this bit of what I call real estate to the max. So you're actually positioning your profile instead of just filling it out. Mistake number 2 is not having a company page. Now, although your main profile page is the one you want to spend the most time on, you can also have a company page. It's just like a Facebook fan page. And a company page on LinkedIn will make you look more professional, and it will also make you stand out from the crowd because so few LinkedIn users use this free feature. It establishes a public image, so you're perceived as a reputable, trusted resource. And company pages on LinkedIn are just like mini websites. Updates on your company page can extend your reach on LinkedIn, and it improves your LinkedIn ranking. But here's the interesting thing about company pages that most people don't know about LinkedIn. And that is that unlike your personal LinkedIn profile, your company page is publicly visible by default. So what that means is the content that you share from this page is ranked on the web, and Google indexes it. And so this page gets indexed, your profile page does not. And Google also ranks LinkedIn company pages and posts very highly. So having a company page is also going to boost the search engine results for your business. And you can also get recommendations for your company and the products and services on your company page. And then once you set up your company page, you link it back to your profile page in the experience section. So here's where you go to make your company page. So you would go to the work button at the top right of your profile page. Well, any page that you're on LinkedIn, it shows up there. And LinkedIn did this funny thing. It's like you have to scroll down just like an 1/8 of an inch. It's like, why couldn't they just make this box a little bigger? Who knows? But anyway, if you scroll down, you'll see there at the very bottom, it says create a company page. And that's where you go to create your company page. This is part of the new formatting on LinkedIn. And the company page can also include showcase pages where you can showcase different coaching programs as well as any other products. This is another company page. So this is what it looks like. And then this is an example of a showcase page. You can use your showcase page for a lot of different things. This is mine. I use it for my free report. You can also use it for your programs and any other, like an information product. That's a program. I have a client who made a showcase page. Well, she made 10 showcase pages here, Deborah Jane Wells. She made one for her book, and she populates that with reviews that she got for her book. She also made one for her discovery sessions. So you can sign up for a discovery session on her discovery session page. And she also added client testimonials on that page. So you can see that she's also has a radio program and some other things, workbooks, a lot of different things that you can do with these showcase pages. So you can use them in many different ways. And after Deborah added these company pages on LinkedIn using my method, she jumped from the top 40% to the top 14% in just 3 weeks. She said, "There's no question that what I did with Jeanette's counsel has created more visibility for me on LinkedIn." And now she has more connection requests than she ever had before. So would you like to be getting lots of connection requests from potential clients like Deborah is? I assume you do. So setting up a company page is going to make you, yes, I think I'm getting a lot of yeses here. It's going to make you miles ahead of other life coaches because hardly any of them have one. In fact, when I was going to look for examples, I had trouble finding them. So I just had to revert to my clients who already knew about this. It's also going to give you more visibility and credibility so that you can get better conversions in your sales conversations. Now, like Facebook, LinkedIn has the valuable feature of groups. But mistake number 3 that LinkedIn users make is that they don't join the right groups to get targeted leads. When you join the right groups, you'll find contacts that will be higher quality leads for your business. Now, here's some of the benefits of joining the right LinkedIn group. You can see discussions, find out what people are talking about, what's important to them, and join in those discussions. You can post content yourself and engage with people and position yourself as an authority and an expert. You can find joint venture partners in groups that have other like-minded people that may have the same target market that you have. And you can survey and research relevant topics by posing questions and asking people about things that can contribute to your marketing materials, as well as maybe any products that you might want to make. Now, once you've joined groups, here's the new location for finding groups. You go up again to that work icon at the top right of the nav bar on LinkedIn, and the pull-down menu will have an icon there for groups. Sometimes it's in different positions in there, but depending on what all you have in there, but that's where it's located, and that's where you will find the groups that you have joined. Now, what you need to know about groups is the best way to participate in them to get results, and how to use those groups as a stepping stone to eventually create one of your own. And that's something that I teach in my course. Mistake number 4, that LinkedIn users make is that they don't actually connect with others with the intention of building relationships. The main purpose of using LinkedIn to find your clients is to make connections. And it's like building a list within LinkedIn. Once a person becomes your connection, you can send them a message in LinkedIn's internal email anytime you want, and unlimited amount also. Now, the beauty of the connections in LinkedIn is that you have more connection possibilities because of the tiered structure. So here's how it works. You make connections on the first tier by directly contacting people you know or people you would like to know. And then people on the second tier, on your second tier, are the connections of the people on your first tier. And then those on your third tier are the connections of people on your second tier. So you can see all of this in your LinkedIn area. And one way to expand your connections is to invite people on the second and third levels to become first tier level or first tier client connections. And this way your contacts can grow exponentially. Now, you're allowed up to 5,000 invitations to send out to potential contacts in your LinkedIn account for the life of your account and to make those connections. And you can either search by names if you know someone you want to connect with, or you can search by keywords to find people in certain categories to invite to connect with you. And you can do this within other people's LinkedIn groups too. So when you're in the LinkedIn groups, you know, if you see someone that you want to connect with, you can use one of those invitations to connect with them. Now here's how the new format looks. You go to a person's profile page and you just click on the connect button and it opens a new window, and it'll say you can customize this invitation. Well, you definitely want to do that. You want to click on add a note, and then you want to, now it might ask you for their email address, and that just depends on, it depends on a lot of different things. Sometimes people have it set up that way. Sometimes LinkedIn just requires it because of the activity that you've been doing. Could be anything. But either way, you want to click on add a personal note and then customize the invitation. And this is just an example of one here. But writing a personal note makes it look like you actually read their profile and that you have a genuine interest in them. So make sure your message is relevant and it doesn't look like you're just spamming them. And in my course, I give examples of the kinds of messages that get the best response so that you can build your connections network quickly and efficiently. And you'll also be receiving invitations to connect from other people in LinkedIn. And it's best to check them out and make sure that they're relevant to your business. Otherwise, you may get contacts who just spam you with irrelevant announcements or posts. But you also want to think about whether they are people who will benefit from your content. Now, mistake number 5 is not creating your own LinkedIn group. Now, we all know about Facebook groups, but LinkedIn groups is a very powerful way to use LinkedIn. And when you have your own group, since you're the group leader, you're going to be seen as an authority, and this will add to your credibility. And when you can position yourself as a leader and as a real expert, your prospects are much more likely to want to talk to you because you're the founder of a company that's targeted to those prospects. Your group can serve as a client lead generator. Almost all of the members of my association came from my LinkedIn group. They saw me as someone who provided valuable content, commented on discussions, and gave helpful suggestions. And people love community, especially if it's of like-minded people that are in the same process of overcoming the same problems and challenges that they have. And your group is where you can build ongoing relationships with the members so that they come to know, like, and trust you. Another advantage to forming your own group is that it's like another business asset, like your list. my group grows by itself now at the rate of 200, sometimes 500 new members a month. And now that I have one of the largest groups of coaches on LinkedIn, other group leaders and potential joint venture partners come to me to offer various cross-promotion opportunities. And by the way, if you're not a member of my group, there's the name right there, Professional Life Coaches Network. Feel free to join that when we get done here. And in my program, I show you the fastest way to get your group going. So, you know, it'll work faster for you, how to promote it, and how to position yourself so that when you make offers to your group, you're going to get more positive responses. And we come to mistake number 6, which is not having a focused marketing plan for using LinkedIn. You're going to need to have a strategy for marketing on LinkedIn. Now, a marketing plan provides you with the action steps you need to carry out your marketing strategy in an efficient and effective way. And it's going to keep you on track and on task. Otherwise, you'll just stray back into social media overwhelm. When I work with clients, we create a plan, or what I call a blueprint, so that they know exactly what to do every day to find those leads and clients. And the blueprint gives you action steps, keeps you on task, saves you time, and tracks what you've done. And we do that with special templates, tracking sheets, and checklists. So, speaking of checklists, let's review the 6 components you need for a LinkedIn strategy that will eliminate those 6 mistakes. So you want to fill in your LinkedIn profile using keywords to position yourself strategically. Create a company page to look more professional. Join relevant LinkedIn groups and participate in the discussions and comment and share content. Look for your target market audience to connect with. Create your own LinkedIn group. And design a focused plan of action for marketing to your target audience. And that brings us to my formula for getting more exposure and prospective leads in just 15 minutes a day on LinkedIn. So if you're starting out, you can spend 5 minutes a day inviting people to connect, 5 minutes a day commenting on group discussions, and 5 minutes a day posting relevant content in those groups. Now, I have a little math exercise for you. Here's the kind of ROI that you can get on LinkedIn. Let's say that you send out 5 connection requests a day. That's 25 a week. Let's say you do it 46 weeks out of the year. We want to give you a couple weeks off. That's 1,150 leads. Now, let's say 50% of those actually agree to become new connections. That's about the average. And you'll want to try to achieve that, at least 50%. Sometimes it's more. So that leaves you with 575 new connections a year. Let's say that 25% of those want more information from you, and you start building a relationship with them. That brings it to 144 people. And let's say 25% of those agree to a strategy or a discovery session with you. That's 36 people that you're talking to that actually are interested in your products and services. And let's just say that you can get a 60% conversion rate. That's 22 new clients a year. How many would like 22 new clients a year just from doing this process? Let me see. I'll make sure that you're all still paying attention. Okay, and let's take this one step further. Let's say that those 22 clients, you have a program that's $3,000, that's $66,000 a year. Now, you could also take it a step further and pay a virtual assistant $20 an hour to send out those requests. And if it takes me about 2 minutes to send out a request. That's about equivalent to about an hour a week, or $920 that you're investing in someone to help you with that, to make that $66,000 a year. Not too shabby, I would say. Does this sound like something that's doable for you? Okay, so great. All right, we've got a few people that think it's doable. So now you know why LinkedIn is the best platform for finding targeted leads for your business, the 6 mistakes to avoid on LinkedIn, and the 6 components of a LinkedIn strategy, and how to spend your 15 minutes a day getting those leads. Now, this is could be just the beginning for you. What I've shown you is basically my 6-step system of how to use LinkedIn to get found by your potential clients, and how to proactively reach out and use the interactive tools and free resources that LinkedIn has to start generating more clients and more money. But you may be sitting there thinking, well, what do I do with this now? And you have a couple choices. One is to take this information that you have and get started. The problem, though, could be that you're still missing some of the pieces, and you may not know exactly how to do it. And to figure it out on your own is going to take you more time and more money. Or you could learn this exact process, and I would be able to teach you step by step exactly how to do it. So imagine if you no longer had to worry about where to get a supply of clients. Imagine opening your own LinkedIn group and all your clients were there, waiting and ready to talk to you, and you had the right offer that they would say yes to. Well, today, I just want to offer you the opportunity to speak with me about how this process can work for your business and how we could apply this strategy to it. So what I'm offering is a complimentary strategy session where we'll talk about where your business is currently, what are the needs of your business, what struggles are you going through right now, and how this LinkedIn strategy that I talked about today could be wrapped around your business to support you. So I have some limited number available, but what you can do if you're interested in having a chat about that is go to this link, tinyurl.com/JK session, and we'll talk about how your business can add this strategy and how this could work for you. And then as my thank you for attending today, you can also get your attendance gift at the bottom of that page, the Linked Income cheat sheet. Just scroll down to the bottom of that page and you'll find it. Now, all the clients that have implemented my plan have had amazing results. Here's what Angela said. She was amazed that how much she didn't know about LinkedIn and thought that the lessons were easy to absorb. And Leah said that in the few weeks that she started the class, her connections increased by 10%, and her knowledge about LinkedIn increased by about 500%. And she recommends it also. And then Deborah thought that she had a fairly robust profile already on LinkedIn, but now she feels like it's really robust, and was very happy to see the change that took place for that. So again, if you'd like help with this, you can go and apply for a strategy session at the link, tinyurl.com/JK session. And now what I'll do is open it up to questions, and we'll see what you have to say about all this. So are there any questions? You can either type it in the chat, or what I will do is unmute everyone. Let's see how that works. So if you're making noise, you'll have to mute yourself again. And here we go. Okay. So, hello everybody. Do you have any questions? Okay, let's see. I was distracted. What's the third mistake? Third mistake is not joining the right groups. Kathleen says, do you, hello? Yeah?
Yeah, I was going to say, that was mine. It's not actually a third mistake. What was the third 5 minutes? So the first 5 minutes,
5 minutes
was commenting, or first 5 minutes was inviting people, second 5 minutes was commenting. What was the third 5 minutes?
Sending out connection requests.
Oh, I thought that was the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, that is the first 5 minutes. Let me go back here.
What is the third, number 3?
Third one is sharing content.
Sharing content, perfect.
Yeah, so sending out.
I was going to guess that, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, connection requests, commenting, content.
Gotcha. So is that like posting articles and putting out like those dedicated pages of things like services and products and things like that?
Yes. Yeah, in fact, that's what the marketing plan is. The mistake number 6, that you want to make up a plan for how, like in my course, I have a calendar that you fill out so that you have everything planned out as to what you're going to share, when you're going to share it, and make it systematic so that it's a little easier then to deal with that way. But you can just make up an Excel spreadsheet yourself and do it that way too.
Perfect.
And you also want
to, sort of like a magazine, planning out their issues for the year kind of thing.
Yeah. I do mine for 3 months at a time, just because I like to find content that's fairly current. So I have a list of places that I go to find content and find it there. And what was the other thing I was going to say about it? Oh, then you also want to make sure that you're posting like 80% contact and 20% promotional things.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a question that I get every time. Is it a benefit to upgrade to the premium? Okay, so you may have seen on one of those slides that I was a premium member. I say was, I was checking it out because I just wanted to see what the difference would be so that I could tell people, because I've been a free member for 7 years. Well, longer than that even. And here's the difference. The main difference is that with a premium account, you can see who has viewed your profile for the past 90 days. And whoever's phone is ringing, if you could mute yourself, that'd be great. In fact, I'm just going to mute everybody again while I'm talking.
Oh, Daniel speaking.
Yeah, so that's the main difference. With a free account, you can only see the last 5 people. So the way to overcome that is to just go take a look at it more often. And, at least once a week, go in there, see who's viewed your profile. And if you want to connect with those people, then send a connection request. That's the main difference between premium and free. And so I have my clients just start out with the free account. It's fine for what we're doing. The other thing, the premium account is really more for people that are doing a lot more business than your average life coach. So for example, if you have a free membership, they frown on you sending out more than 20 connection requests a day. So if you're a big business, you may want to be sending out 100 a day. I think 200 is the limit for premium accounts. But you don't need to send that many out a day. So then you're okay. Now, if you'd like to learn more about my course, again, just go to that page and schedule time to chat, because I like to make sure that I know about your business and how it could help you, whether it can help you or not. You know, I don't want to be having you sign up for something that's not going to help you. And I also have several different formats that you can choose from, so we can discuss that and see what works best for you. Okay, that was for Sapna. Monica says, I see your client have increased connections. I'm curious as to where the ROI stats come from. Oh yeah, okay, so LinkedIn doesn't have that anymore. I don't know what happened to it. It may show up again, but I thought I'd just include that just as it's kind of like a validation, but I don't know what they're going to do with that. A lot of things are still in flux with LinkedIn, so we'll see what's happened. Great, okay, thanks, Sapna. And Richard wants to know what the value is in seeing who viewed your profile. Well, the value is that people who have looked at your profile may be interested in what you're offering, and so might as well check them out and see. Now, sometimes, like I've noticed, you know, when I had my premium account and there were about 200 people that viewed my profile in the last 90 days, about 25 to 30% of them I could tell were people that were probably going to want to sell me something, because either they weren't life coaches or they had a product that was obviously geared towards coaches or my association. I don't really use it that much, but I just have recently started using it just to test and see. So you might want to just test it out, you know, see if the people that have viewed your profile, send them a connection request, and see if it turns into a relationship that you can pursue. The other thing, of course, is that you wonder why, okay, so if they viewed your profile and they didn't send you a connection request, why didn't they? And so maybe they're not interested in you. So it's a little iffy section there, but you can just, you know, it doesn't hurt to connect with those people anyway and just see if anything comes of it. Richard also asks, do you find LinkedIn works for people who want to develop passive income streams that revolve around books, training courses, and CEU programs? Definitely, yeah. LinkedIn really is for any kind of entrepreneur. I focus in on coaches, but passive income streams, you know, you can use those showcase pages for that, and you can work LinkedIn just like you know, any other social media site. A lot of people use Facebook for that sort of thing. You can do the same thing on LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm just going to unmute and see if there are any other questions. Okay.
Again, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Hi, I have been slowly building up my LinkedIn connections, and I have about 2,100 connections, and I post regularly. I actually use Meet Edgar, which is an automatic posting service, and I have blog posts that connect to my webpage, and I post something on LinkedIn almost every day. And I found that I get a lot of likes and people like my stuff, but they really don't, you know, go to my website or take advantage and purchase things like books and courses and whatever. And that jump from people liking my content to actually buying my stuff is where I'm stuck right now.
Okay. So these people that are commenting and everything and liking, if you can see who they are, you can connect with them if you're not connected with them. And one thing that I do is I have a series that goes out to my connections. So I don't just connect with them. I have a series of 4 to 5 emails, depending on what the response is from them, that I send out. So that's something I teach in my course, of course. But you know, it's the follow up. So that it sounds like you need to follow up more.
Okay.
With the people and just start diving in and really connecting with these people. You know, have a chat with. Eventually, you want to schedule a chat. Maybe just like I just say, you know, I'd love to find out more about your business because I'm always looking for ways to help people with your kind of business. You know, it's not selling anything. You're just trying to gather more information of how you can help these people.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
Great. Okay. And anyone else have a question or comment? Was this helpful today, everyone?
Yes.
Did this give you more information that you knew before about LinkedIn that you can apply right away?
Yeah, the business page was brand new. I never realized that. Or the showcase, didn't realize that either.
Yep, most people don't know about that.
I'm still trying to master the profile page.
Yeah, so that's a challenge for a lot of people too. Great, okay, so people are saying that this was helpful. Great, so thank you for joining. And again, if you want to talk to me about this and see where else you can go with this, be happy to have a chat with any of you and see how we can help. And also join the, let's see, I'll put, let me just get the, if you, my LinkedIn group, I will put the name of it. You can, Life Coach Network. You should be able to search for it on LinkedIn and find it there. And I think we're good to go then.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, everyone, send me a connection request and I'll connect with you.
Okay.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye.